moon complete with artificial crater. Bugz chuckled to herself as she ticked off the movies and series in which she'd seen each of these larger craft. Well, Bugz thought, Clanless never claimed to be creative. As formulaic as these larger, distant ships may have been in design, they were still dangerous in practice. Any one of them could destroy Bugz. She swiped open a magnification window and watched these craft empty their guts of thousands of smaller attack ships, which joined the torrent flooding toward her. She reached for the computer on her wrist and hacked into the Clanless voice comm channel. Through the vulgar babble of sexist and anti-Indigenous comments came a voice that Bugz could never forget. "All right, men," the voice announced, pausing to allow the chatter on the line to die down. "Activate your weapons and get ready to attack on the count of 3. Alpha. It was all Bugz could do to stifle the sick feeling in the pit of her stomach. Alpha and his Clanless followers had taken everything from Bugz in the verse, including her favorite creation, the underwater serpent, Mishipiju. They'd even come to her res in the real world and desecrated an ancient sacred site of the Anishinaabe people. Bugz breathed deeply and exhaled. She decided that the best response to Alpha and Clanless in this instance, a moment in which they believed their pending attack would be intimidating, would be humor, and perhaps to cause a little mischief. "Wait!" Bugz shouted into the voice comm channel, cutting Alpha off even as he began to count. "Do you mean, like, attack on 3, or do you mean 1, 2, 3, and then attack?" Bugz's trolling had an instant effect. She could see the pilots of the starships closest to her scrunching their foreheads in confusion. The Centurion flying the lead spacecraft raised a hand to his earpiece as though awaiting urgent clarification to this important question. A bodybuilder in Clanless fighter jet looked over to the ship to his right, searching for advice, then to his left. Bugz tossed her head back and laughed as hard as she could, her cackle audible only to herself, the rest of her laugh lost forever in the abyss of space. Messing with Clanless never got old, no matter how outmatched she was in a showdown. "You idiots!" Alpha shouted over the voice channel. "It doesn't matter, just attack!" The bodybuilder and the Centurion made eye contact, still unsure of what to do. Alpha screamed, "Attack!" At this, thousands of Clanless ships surged across Bugz's field of view. They began charging their weapon systems, banking off into complicated flight patterns, and, in a few instances, crashing into each other. Bugz fired up her jetpack and shot straight up from her original position at a breakneck speed. She leaned forward to bank her flight path over the top of the Clanless horde, who kept flying together across a relatively horizontal plane. As Bugz flew overhead, she had her pick of which craft to strike with her laser gun. A starfighter here, a stealth bomber there, the Wright brothers' plane thrown in for good measure. She struck them down, and the gamer tags of their pilots rose slowly from their wreckages. ZZ TIE Fighter ZZ has been eliminated by Bugz. U2 and Europa 2 has been eliminated by Bugz. Right Stuff has been eliminated by Bugz. From the rear of the Clanless formation, a long column of starfighters peeled off from the squad and arced up towards Bugz, firing lasers at her along the way. As they closed in on her position, their barrage grew more and more accurate until some shots crashed into Bugz's suit and forced her to change course. She could only take so much of this fire. Bugz banked off in a curved flight path back toward the horde, who now appeared above her. She moved her arms down to her sides, which made her look like an eagle diving for her prey. As she hurtled toward the mass of Clanless ships, the elite fighters on her tail proved dangerous to their own clanmates. With every shot they took at Bugz and missed, and there were many of these stray laser beams, they destroyed one of their own.